Does a good showrunner give space to hear new ideas outside of the scope, or are writers' rooms ultra-focused? Great question. So in my opinion, a good showrunner runs the show, the writer's room, like a benevolent dictatorship, not like a democracy. In a democracy, everyone gets equal vote, equal time. They can talk as much as they want. They get to be heard as much as they want. They can grandstand. They can talk theory. They can talk just to hear their voices say something. And if a writer's room is run that way, you'll never see your family again. You'll work till midnight every night. In my opinion, a show should be run like a benevolent dictatorship, meaning the showrunner hears a bunch of ideas. Great, I like that one. Let's go down that way. And when I'm running a show, that's how I like to do it. And when I'm working for someone, that's how I hope that they will do it. So here's an example. Okay, so I was writing on a show. My partner and I were hired because the showrunner had very little experience, so they hired us as co-executive producers to kind of help teach them how to do it. So one day we're in the writer's room and we're pitching on these B-story ideas. And I pitched this B-story idea, which is really funny, but a little silly. But anyway, the whole staff is laughing their ass off. I look over at the showrunner. He's not smiling at all. Like, you could tell he doesn't like it. And the writers, especially the newer ones, the younger ones, they're trying to convince him that we should do this idea for a B-story because they all love it. And he's not having it. And I can tell he feels like the writer's room is ganging up on him, even though he's the boss, right? Not good. And they're fighting for my idea. Not good. So I interrupt the room and I ask him, what exactly about this idea don't you like? And he goes, well, I don't like it for this reason, whatever. I go, okay, good. Next 10 minutes, I'm lost in my head trying to figure out how to fix this problem. The young writers are still fighting for this friggin' idea that they love. And you could tell the boss is not having it. Finally, I interrupt. I go, okay, what if we change this idea and do it this way instead? And I pitch a new version of a similar idea. And the new version I felt wasn't nearly as good as the old version, but so what, right? He goes, oh, I like that much better. Done, sold. That's all I need to hear, sold, right? My job is to serve the showrunner, give them what they want. And I helped the boss out in this instance because you could tell he didn't know how to deal with the writer's room. So that's just how I think it should be done. It should be a benevolent dictatorship. It's not a democracy. And what happened at the end of the season? That season, 2 of those young writers were fired because they were fighting for stuff that they had no business fighting for. And I kept my job. Hooray, right? For more what it's like to be a TV writer, keep following me here. By the way, you want to go home. You want to go home at the end of the day. You don't want to live there. At Michael Jamin Writer.